Hola chicos y chicas y gatos y mierdas, estamos en Juego de Tronos justo donde lo dejamos para el último episodio que voy a grabar hoy. En general, vamos. Perdón. Bien, ya estoy un poco espeso y todo. Y vamos a por Leon.
Perhaps a nice vintage from our cellars.
Supongo que está esperando el santo y seña.
The feast will begin soon. Very well, you may enter.
Estás muertísimo, loco. Toma. Lo has dejado cao, ¿eh? Una hostia. Madre mía. Monedas. ¿Ya? Por aquí, vale. Lo dicho, estoy espeso. Perro. Pasa por aquí. Enemigo aquí. No, tío. Me iba a dar. Qué asco. Nada. ¿En serio? Te follen, loco. Vale, ya no nos ve. Vamos a ver. Mata. Mata muy fuerte. Perfecto. Pillamos al arquero. Al arquero. Coño, no sé. Cuando estoy espeso, no sé vocalizar. Como siempre. Matamos al caballero. Dios, ya. Vale, perfecto. Caballero muerto. Y llevamos dos. ¿Por dónde ahora? Este. Ataca, mata. Mata mucho. Bueno. Estamos limpiando esto. Estamos limpiando toda esta zona, de enemigos. Otro caballero fuera. Vale. 4 fuera. Podemos tener problemas. Además, eran todos impostores, así que... Estos dos muertos. Estos dos muertos. Seguimos por aquí. Por aquí no hay nada. Vale. Mata. Mata mucho. Fuera. ¿Quién queda? Este está fuera, así que... Estos están aquí, esperando a que acabe de limpiarlo todo. Y me encanta porque Mor sabe lo que está haciendo, pero los demás deben estar en plan... ¿Y este tío qué le pasa? Mirando la puta pared. A ver. Por aquí no podemos entrar, así que... por aquí. 2. En cuanto se muevan otra vez, perfecto. Sí, le he dado, tío. ¿Qué me estás contando, tío? Joder. Venga, vamos. Esto está limpio, o sea, no van a dar problemas. Por aquí no, por aquí. Aquí, dale, perro. Otra vez. Segunda ronda. Ahora, coño. Venga, tío, qué asco. Basta, pegar mi perro, hijos de puta. Vais a morir. Muy fuertemente. Hostia, vale, he pegado. Son un huevo de leña, Son un montón de gente. Venga, ya, no me tanta gente de repente. ¿Qué me estás contando? No. Liquidado. Venga, fuera. Vale, ahora... Sangría... Bueno, sangrado. La población no me deja. Vale. Me recupera. Vale, sangrado. Y... Esto de sangrado. Hemorras. Y explotamos cadenas.
The way is clear.
Perfecto. Qué fácil, la verdad. ¿Por aquí? Coño, dos más. No por ellos.
What? Miles. Pull back.
Anda. Más traidores, ¿no? Venga, Dios. Dale. Mejor matamos a todos los traidores. Aparte de los impostores. Otro fuera. Muerto. Acierto, o sea, hemos fallado. Le dimos. Me he cagado, Dios. No puedo anda. Venga. He conseguido arreglar el bug de XCOM, así que... tampoco sé cuándo vais a ver. Lo vi también en Lords of the Fallen. He conseguido arreglar el bug de XCOM. Cuando acabe Lords of the Fallen o Dragon Age, lo sustituirá XCOM otra vez. XCOM volverá, más que nada. Cuchillo. A ver. Tiro y guantes. Por aquí. Estos capullos. Rápido, cubríos. Ahora. Dios, cómo pegan, tío. Vale. Otra vez. Vale, dos fuera. Ya por este. Oh, termino de arquero, no me jodas. El ataque giratorio está rotísimo, pega mucho y a un montón de peña. Se marca un Garen, ¿sabes? Afuera. Es peligroso de verdad. Estos dos aún no han hecho nada, creo. Vale, está aquí. Coño, aquí hay un tío ahí mirando, sin hacer nada. ¿Cierto? Ahora.
It looks like that's the way out.
Pues vamos. Entonces podemos saquear. Mazo de combate. Pues salgamos. El agasajo. Vámonos a por John, loco. Míralo. Son bastante peña,
Look, we can see the light from their camp from here.
Jane, you know what to do.
Yes, I know. I have to stay here and find a safe place.
Empezaré explorando su posición.
Wait there. I'm going to scout the area around their camp.
Do you want my help?
I'd rather go alone. It will be less noticeable. When I get the chance, I'll quietly take out the isolated sentries. If I'm careful not to get too close to the camp, they'll never know what hit them.
Very well. Come back and see me when you want to attack. We'll be ready.
Yep. Vámonos a la perra para explorar la zona. Sin ir al centro, obviamente. Eso es el centro, pues vamos a ir por los alrededores. ¿Algún guardia por aquí? Ahora sí, algún guardia por aquí, a ver. Es una broma bastante bestia, mejor me caigo. Por aquí puede... Aquí está como el centro del campamento. ¿Los demás guardias dónde están, tío? O sea, hola. Aquí hay uno. Dos. No puedo pillar al uno sin el otro, Su puta madre. Si no se van a mover, puedo probar a atacar, pero me pillaron nada. Lo difícil pillarlos por sorpresa si hay dos puntos, tío. A ver, es por aquí, ¿no? ¿Sabes qué? Vamos a atacar el campamento y tomar por culo. Vámonos de fiesta. Vamos a guardar antes, por si acaso. Guardar. Sí. Contenido guardado. Patrick.
Moores, are you done scouting the area?
Ha llegado la hora de la violencia. Buen nombre.
Yes,
Buena manera de
it's
decirlo, perdón.
time to fight.
Let's show them what we're made of.
Bien.
You?
Sí, yo.
Jared is dead, as are your smuggler friends. It's over, Yorn.
So you know my name.
Sí.
I don't give a kettle of piss about you and your henchmen. The man who sent you is the one I want.
He's a powerful man, you know. Besides, he might need someone like you. You seem a capable man.
Jamás traicionaré mi juramento.
Who do you think I am? I'll never betray my oath. Not for him, not for anyone. When I'm done with you, I'll go find your master. I'll make him sorry he ever attacked us.
A fool. But when you do come across Lord Valar, he'll make short work of you.
Valar? So it's him. That little roach. Thank you. Because of you, I now know exactly who I'm looking for. And now, you shall die. Death over dishonor.
Dale. Ataca, perro. Ataque en área. Ataca a este. A por ese. Ataca. Vamos a matar a los arqueros primero, anda. Muerta a los arqueros. Vale. Acierto, me cago en la puta, no acierto, vale. Ahora. ¿Quién más? Este muerto. Este de aquí. Este me encanta porque está mirando. Ahora. ¿Queréis atacar a ese digo, tío? Pues nada, pasé de mi culo. Ataca. Ah, no me deja. Hemorras. Este. Vale, tú. Puede ser este y este. Eso. Muerto. Vale. Y fuera también. Y ya estaría. Easy.
That's it. We're done with these rats. They won't harm anyone else.
All these dead people.
You'll have to get used to it, lass. You seem to attract this kind of thing. Are those your belongings I see there? Look, this is interesting.
That belongs to me! It was in the things that were stolen from me.
A ring engraved with the crowned stag? That's the royal sigil. How in the seven hells did you get your hands on something so valuable?
King Robert gave it to me.
Lo sabía.
Before I was
Es
sent
la
north.
bastarda del rey
The
Robert.
king? Why did he give you such a gift?
I knew Robert when he joined a hunting party in the Stormlands, not far from where I was living.
Now let's be clear, lass. That's still no reason for him to give you a jewel like that.
Let's just say that Robert was extremely fond of me.
Are you telling me that you were his mistress?
Ah, vale, el amante, no
And
la
it never
bastarda.
crossed your mind to tell me?
He doesn't even know that I'm here. He can barely remember me.
Do you think that's why those soldiers are after you?
That may well be. But given that you've killed them, they don't have much chance to explain themselves.
Fine.
Es hora de irse.
There's nothing left for us to do here. You can make your way home, Patrick. Take Watt and Miles with you.
You're not coming with us?
No, we're going south. I still need to take the young lass to safety. You've done well, Patrick. Let's have more of the same at the wall.
Be sure to return to us alive, Moors. Farewell, brother.
Given the situation, wouldn't it be better if he stayed with us?
The fewer there are of us, the less attention we will attract.
It's a shame. I'm almost going to miss him. Which way are we going?
I have to get you out of harm's way before we finish the task Mormont entrusted me with. I won't be able to settle matters with Valar with you under my feet. And I know the perfect place for you in the Riverlands. That's enough chatting for now. We have quite a march ahead of us. And I'm planning on covering a fair distance before we set camp.
Ok. Creo que ya tengo una idea de lo que vamos a hacer. Vamos a hacer lo siguiente.
It's milder,
Oh, mira.
and the ground is more fertile. We're entering the Riverlands. You've marched well, young lass.
Who do you think I am? I'm not one of those noble ladies that gets carted around in a carriage, you know. And anyway, you keep up a good pace yourself, for an old man.
Well, I'll always be stronger than a lass like you, believe me.
No doubt. It's clear enough from the way you fight. Not that I don't have anything to complain about. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't say no to a hot bath and a proper bed right now.
Tonight or tomorrow, we shall sleep under a roof.
Really? Are we nearly there then?
We're going to my place. The Westford family had a remote cottage, unknown to anyone in these parts. At the end of the war, when I joined the Night's Watch, that was where I sent my wife Serena and my daughter Tyre to keep them out of harm's way.
Why was that? Were your family in danger?
Lo mejor será que lo cuente todo. Por favor, quiero enterarme. Por favor, quiero puto enterarme.
At the time, I was a bannerman for Tywin of House Lannister. He was a demanding lord, generous with those who served him well, and harsh on others. He had ordered me to murder a woman and her children. I couldn't bring myself to do it, and chose to disobey his orders. I knew he would want me dead after that. But I was ready for it. I was awaiting my punishment when a friend convinced me that my family would be better off if they knew I was alive. Even if that meant taking the Black, as I didn't know if that would be enough to stay his wrath. I hid my family in the Riverlands, in the house to which we're headed now. I didn't want my wife and daughter to suffer on my behalf.
And what happened next?
I don't know any more than that. Once I joined the Night's Watch, I had to turn my back on all of them.
15 years and you don't know what happened? That's awful, Mors. So that's why we've come all the way here. You want to see your wife again?
Sí, quiero ver a mi familia.
I don't see the harm. This is an ideal place to hide you, and on top of that, I may see my wife and daughter again.
I don't hold it against you. 15 years without a word. If that had happened to me, I'd have gone mad. Besides, I really couldn't stand the North. I would much rather see your family. By the way, how old is your daughter now?
She must be barely older than you. Still, there's no guarantee that we'll find them in this cottage. Perhaps they went to the Eastern Isles, or maybe back home to the Westerlands. I hope so, for their sake.
And if that were the case, the Westerlands aren't far. We could go there too, if you like.
In truth, there's no way of knowing where they are. And in any case, it would be too dangerous for you. Besides, it's been so long that Serena has probably married another.
No, I really don't think so. I'm sure we'll find her in your cottage, and she'll be out of her mind with joy as soon as she sees you again. My mother often used to say that a cottage in the country is better than a hovel next to a palace.
Se merece algo mejor que vivir aquí.
You're talking about a tough life. You wouldn't wish for that.
Really? So what do you think I wish for? To be sent again and again from one end of Westeros to the other with murderers on my tail? I've had enough of that. All I want is to be left in peace.
¿Qué puede contarme sobre el rey?
How were things between you and Robert? When I knew him, he was always bedding women. But that was before he got married. Was it serious?
He loved me. But I wouldn't say it was serious. How do you know him?
I fought beside him during the rebellion. I seem to remember we called him the giant among princes. He made fun of everything and seemed invincible. I don't know what's become of him.
He's not invincible, that's for sure. He seems to be angry with everything and everyone. He laughs a lot, that's true. But he complains even more. When he was with me, he tried to make sure I had a good time. He was wild as a storm, always on the move, eating and shouting. I liked that. But not for a single moment did he let me think that I was important to him. He was the king, and I was just one of his whims. It's as though, for him, I was an excuse not to be somewhere else. I think that, deep down, he's sad. He doesn't enjoy his life.
I see. It's a rare thing for a man of any rank to have the life of his dreams. Well, it's late. You ought to try and get some rest.
I suppose you're right. Where is your dog? He made me fearful at first, but now it makes me calmer to know he's beside us.
Todavía hay tiempo para hablar.
I can well believe that.
Have you been together for long?
Yes, he's an old mutt. A bit like me. I found him north of the wall almost 10 years ago.
You've not told me his name. What's he called?
The Hound.
Oh, I see. Have I not told you about the first time I saw him? He was leaping for the throat of a young man in the woods of Mole's town. A black brother, just like you. He was mumbling that he was sorry and that he had to flee south. He seemed scared of something. That was when your beast of a dog appeared suddenly out of the darkness and went at his throat.
Deserters are faced with death, which always comes soon enough. Poddy was trying to escape from the laws of the gift.
When your hound came out of nowhere, with his muzzle covered in fresh blood, I tried to run away as fast as I could without looking back. Until I realized he wasn't following me. That's when I felt that something wasn't quite right.
I was the one who ordered the dog to kill that deserter. Believe me, you were in no danger. My dog would never have attacked you.
But you weren't even there. How did he know what to do?
He's a clever dog. We've always known how to train them well in the Westford family.
All the same, I've never seen a dog trained like this.
Best if you get some sleep now. We've a long way to go, and I don't plan on carrying you.
Pensaba este capítulo iba a ser mucho más corto, pero no. Casa de campo de Westford. ¿Cómo te quedas? Busca la casa de campo y encuentra a tu familia. Vámonos.
Are you sure no one will come and look for us here?
Don't worry. You'll be safe here.
Moors, promise me you'll do everything you can to survive.
Moors? Is everything all right?
Yes. It's nothing.
Los flashbacks. No entrada de códice. Twin Lannister.
You did the right thing, my love. Those children didn't deserve to die. You made the right decision. But our liege lord...
I know. I have to accept the consequences of my actions. But it matters not. I knew the risks when I disobeyed. I would do it again, given the opportunity.
Oh. Daga artesanal.
My son, in the Westford family, we do our best to promote the ideals of justice.
Ahí. En esta sala.
What is it? Did you see something?
No, wait, Moors!
What?
Let me through.
¿Qué pasa?
Moors!
Pelo blanco.
Serena! Tyre!
Joder.
No. No! Be still. We're not alone.
Vamos a matarlos, ¿no? No me jodas. En serio, tío, vete a la mierda. Me acaban de cortar muchísimo. Coño. Ay, bueno, chicos, lo que iba a decir antes que me ha cortado Morse es que vamos a dejar el... Le vamos a hacer subir esta... Ya lo veréis vosotros, pero yo voy hablando en mis vídeos tranquilamente. Voy a subir Juego de Tronos y Dragon Age a la vez, después de Remember Me y... de Remember Me, ¿cuál era la otra? Y Assassin's Creed. Y XCOM, si lo consigo arreglar, que creo que lo he conseguido, lo seguiremos subiendo al lado de Lords of the Fallen. Y ya estaría. El capítulo de hoy acaba aquí.